again, we still have the aquifer over here we could tap into if we want to flood an area for some farming, but... Long expecting to continue with DF. We on Saturdays we stream for 4 hours, so it's going to be another couple hours here today. Lately we've been streaming for 4 hours every time we stream, which is Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Normally Monday and Wednesday streams are just 2 hours, but with Baldur's Gate we're doing longer because it's a long game. We need to get through it. Although as a reminder, there's no live stream this Monday because I will be away. You find you have Tribal Dwarf Bone Armor and Obsidian. Short sword, just not effective, but funny. Yeah. So, have we found Fluxstone? Chalk is a Fluxstone, right? Yeah. So we could start a steel industry. If we do that, we definitely want dedicated furnace operators. Do we have enough people for it? I would say yes. I would like to start steel because, again, I kind of want to maintain about 50% of our population as military on this map, and I was saying maybe around 20, because then we could have one squad and then that. We might still not be able to go full 50% instantly, because we kind of need a critical mass of dwarves, but I think we start our steel industry. I mean, magma would be nice, but we do have access to lignite and things, so it's going to be okay for now. We don't have to dig deeply and greedily yet. Some point, yes. And bituminous coal would be better than lignite. Because lignite, I don't think you get quite as much coke out of it, but it's still going to do. When we start on defenses. Well, that's the other thing. I did set up the mechanics workshop. Did I set up the mechanisms job? I did. And the cage job, assuming we do have some copper. I should set up a few cage traps. We don't have anyone showing up with wagons yet, so I can actually surround this opening with cage traps for now. So I think we may as well. Cage traps do block wagons, though. So we're going to want a path that isn't completely blocked like that going forward. But for now, we can set up a little bit just to make sure. But yeah, let's get started with steel. I might just import the smelting and forging jobs now. I think I kind of like that idea. So whatever. Okay, so I had the smelting of hematite. Yeah, you can pause confirmations for a bit. Hematite or coal, lignite, tetrahedrite. Okay, so then I'm going to import the furnace generic order. So it's going to bring in the... I'm sorry, what did I import? I clicked on glass stock there. Furnace. Oh! As opposed to smelting. Hold on, no. That's... Yep, okay. I did click on the correct thing. Well, I did click on furnace. It is furnace what I want. So this is going to set up the jobs to process the coal and lignite. It'll also set up some jobs to make charcoal out of wood. Now, these are set up that they'll only do it if we don't have other material. So this job here, which is going to try to make 20 charcoal out of wood, is only in a process where we have at least 100 logs, and we don't have more than 150 coal. So right now it wouldn't run because we wouldn't have the logs. This other one that makes 4 is set up to operate if we do have a lot fewer logs here. And it's just to make sure we have enough coal to get things started. I may not want to have that run. I may want to remove both the charcoal jobs because we are wood limited currently. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But yeah, then I'm going to import the one I was thinking I was importing, which is smelting. Now, this is the thing where it tries to make every type of possible ore that it's got. I mean, obviously this will only run if you literally have this ore, but it'll try to make a little bit. So if you've got galena, smelt it. If you've got granite, smelt it. Hematite, smelt it. So if we look at the hematite over here, it's going to try to maintain 10 iron bars out of that and then keep processing it. Although, yeah, this only runs if we've got at least 100 refined coal. And I think all the recipes are kind of like that, which is interesting. Now, that'll eventually happen from the lignite, which doesn't have a cap here. And we might still need some charcoal to kickstart things. But basically, to start this industry, the thing it wants first is, well, we need a lot of coal, which means we do have the bituminous coal as well, which is really nice. So we're just going to make sure we mine out tons of this stuff. And we're going to let a lot of it get processed. Some lignite over there too. Oh, I think that's the edge of the map, so I can't actually mine that one out. Yeah, that is the case. Now, I'm going to set up some more farm plots over here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these up to be 3x5. If I recall correctly, unless I'm wrong, and I'm never wrong, if you do want to use fertilizer, there are slightly optimal plot sizes to give you the most bang for your buck, just because of the way that it gets processed. And I think 3x5, I think 15 tiles is one of the ones that works out quite nicely. I don't know if we're going to use fertilizer, but I'm going to set up a few of those, and I think I'm going to set up the auto farm as well. That way I don't have to micromanage like what I'm growing at each one of these. We're going to want some pigtails and things like that. If we just set up auto farm. So let me check the status. Yeah, it's not currently running, and it's set to default to 50. What it's going to try to do is maintain 50. Everything that we can grow in a farm, it'll try to maintain 50 of it. And so it'll order things to be planted or not planted. And it's very handy, and that's one of the reasons I like DF Hack is this whole thing where it just stops us from having to micromanage certain things, and all of a sudden you realize you've got like 30,000 of one thing and 0 of another, and you're like, oh my god, what's going on here? So we're gonna go and just enable auto farm. So that's now running, and these numbers can be tweaked. Like I might want to set different thresholds. Like I might want to keep like 200 plump helmets and 100 pigtails specifically. But right now, having everything set to 50, honestly, that's not a terrible number. Let's leave it there. Once we get really big, we might want to just maintain larger numbers, but now it's going to be okay. So what it's going to do, it's going to automatically go through and toggle some of these farms to do different things based on our seeds and whatever. Just saves us from having to micro it, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and, speaking of seed, I'm going to go and increase the size of our seed stockpile over here. Do. I guess if we are going to start glassing, we're going to want to make a little zone for sand pickup. And as far as I know, it never consumes it. So we can just, a little zone over here. There you go. There's some sand there. If you want to collect some sand, you can do it. We're going to need some bags to be able to do it, which we don't currently have. So one of the reasons I want to set up more farming is because I did want to get some pigtails so that we can start a cloth industry. How come I have a pig just running around? It may have been brought by a migrant. Yeah, we can get another one over here because they should get auto assigned here. Maybe the door wasn't up yet and it just wandered out. But no, it should have been when these give birth, they should get auto assigned to whatever pasture they're already in. So this should just start accumulating more and more pigs. I guess they can walk through that door because it's technically part of the zone, but it shouldn't matter. And if they're assigned... Oh, traded for one! I traded for one in a cage. Or did I trade... Oh, maybe we captured that chinchilla. Because I was going to say, this shouldn't have been loose, right? If I traded for one in the cage, it'd still be in a cage, but it's not there. So now I'm confused. I'm hoping you guys are going to start breeding. Just in case it matters. I don't think it did. Let me change this. Just to make sure you can literally enter the same tile, because maybe there's something like that. Neighbors will know there's a new settlement from the huge plume of smoke rising up from all the lignite smelting. Yeah, forge operations are a go. Right, so I talked about maybe setting a full-time furnace worker. Furnace operating. Now, Elder Druid, just because it's funny that the Druid, we're going to go and tell you to do this. Now, do we set only selected, or do we still allow everyone to do it? But Elder's going to spend all their time. So anyone who's idle can do some furnace operating and run the second furnace, but Elder's always going to be running one of them. I think I like that idea, because I do really want to get our metal industry happening. And I probably want to set a second full-time person on it in the not-too-distant future. Maybe the next migrant wave. Elder Druid, also known to Halcyon. Yeah. There we go. Fisham's doing some work over here. Making coke from lignite. Good. How's everyone? Okay, some socializing. Too many kids. Too many kids! We do have, like, some extra wood going around. We could make more things with it. Like, I could make some bins with it and, you know, maybe accelerate some of our storage stuff, but I don't know. I don't know. And the other thing to do is to get maybe, like, storage specific to certain jobs in certain areas going on. Like, I could set up some stand storage over here, maybe gem storage as well for the glass furnace, and put our jewelry making in this area. Might not be the worst idea ever. Right, if I tear down this jeweler's workshop, for example, rebuild it over here, and then, yeah, for a stockpile, like a little sand stockpile there. I don't know what category sand's under. Stone? Ammo, animals, armor, bars, blocks, cloth, coins, finished... Furniture? Sandbags. Yeah, because that totally makes sense. Sandbags. Okay. I guess what I'll do is I'll just make this a generic gem storage. Sometimes what I do is I make a specific one for cut versus uncut. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and make this a gem stockpile. There you go. Glass and the jeweler will be set up over there. And yeah, we'll set up a cut gems job. Oops. Which luckily is just a generic one now, which I'm very happy about. One. If rough gems greater than 5, because we might leave some rough ones. I don't remember if you need rough gems ever for a strange mood. No, I guess not, right? So if we have any rough gems, just cut them. Check the assign, there's more than sandbags. Well, let me check here again. Oh, wait, yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of this like finished goods, where there was a type, and... No, there is. Yeah, no, it's fine. Because what we're doing is we're allowing things made of any material, but only sandbags are allowed. We don't care about what material it's made out of. As long as it's a sandbag, it's allowed to be here, which
money for
presumably works.
Money for Essentia.
Money for Essentia.
The Dwarf Fortress Pint Glass is back in stock. Here's to getting one for yourself for future DF streams, smiley face.
Oh my god, thank you! Yes, it may have been you in the Discord, I'm not sure, Green Elite. Was posting that, yeah, there's the pint glasses, Dwarf Fortress pint glasses. I will see about that. Let me click on the link right now so I don't forget it. Thank you! That would be fun to have on stream, wouldn't it? Fangamer.com. Frosted cross-section pint glasses. Wow, they are really gorgeous, aren't they? Okay, I've got the tab open. I'll try to remember to complete an order for something like that. I am using the beta branch. I'm excited about when we do get the military, and hopefully we can get that going. You know, we can at least start talking to the military here. So, no, before we interact with this screen, we need to assign a militia commander. No one's got any skills that are relevant in any way whatsoever. What I'm going to want to do then is pick someone who just doesn't have an assigned job over here, right? So it doesn't have a task. So let's say start from the bottom. Not Triddle, because we know they've got some other things going on. How about not that obvious? They've got Woodcrafter as their title. They're a legendary Woodcrafter. Creator of something. They've made an artifact. Huh. But it's Woodcrafter. They don't have any role in our place. What are their stats like? Strong but quick to tire. See, low stamina is pretty bad for battle, but we don't have a ton of options right now. Strong's kind of nice. You have some dabbling in some of the military things. Oh, you actually want some martial training specifically. Well, congratulations, not that obvious. You're going to be our militia commander. Boop. All right. So now we've got that. Yeah, I guess I can't do any in the old Dwarf Fortress, you could do a lot of inventory work without, or like equipment work and stuff without having a squad. But that's fine. We're going to make our own uniforms. So now that we've got a squad over here, I can select you and go to equip, and now I can create new uniforms. So we're going to have, if you've checked my little document that I've made, we're going to have currently 2 tiers of uniforms. We're going to have one that's the recruit level. It's just going to be some lightweight leather armor. And there's going to be the other one's going to be for veterans because, and that's going to be heavy metal armor. The thing is, heavy armor does slow people down if they don't have any armor skill. So my idea is for people who are pretty bad, who maybe like armor skill less than 5, we'll just keep them in lightweight leather so they can move quickly. Plus maybe they're more expendable. And then we'll see. But I don't know. We're going to make 2. So this is going to be the recruit armor. And we're going to say it replaces clothing. And going from the top here, so we're going to do a leather hood. I'll change the material afterwards. There's going to be 2 body wears. We're going to do a dress and a robe, which can be stacked. We're going to do handwear. We're going to do leather mittens. Then we're going to do leather trousers. Cloth socks. And we will have shield. And we are going to be standardizing the short sword. We're not, so we're going to do partial match. Okay, I don't know if that's how that's going to interact with some of this. I don't know, but we're gonna standardize on these outfits here. Leather. That's going to be cloth. I mean, we can say any material for the sock. That's going to be fine. We don't have a lot of wood, but we're going to try to use wood shields because they will be a lot lighter. And then steel weapons over here. So that's going to be that one. Let me just pull up chat again so I can see it. No boots. So as long as you've got socks on, it does actually count as having footwear. But you know what? We should tell them shoes. Or we could do leather high boots. What's nice about this uniform, the way it is my veteran uniform is going to have all these things, but then have metal outside of it. Whereas if I do say leather high boots, only the recruits would ever use this. Although maybe regular people would wear it. We can just give them some shoes. Maybe I'll just give them some shoes. You're allowed to wear shoes with this, because our civilians will be wearing that sort of thing too. So confirm and save. We're going to use that for our starting setup. So there you go. Do we set it for the whole squad? Can we set it for individuals? Classically, you could. Yeah, okay. Well, I can change it. I don't know if I can apply a uniform. To a person. Like, I can't say, listen, you specifically individually load a uniform. I'd have to do a manual assignment. But yeah, so what we'll probably have is like the squad of like newbies that are in this recruit thing, and hopefully they're just doing a bunch of training. And then the squad of veteran that's going to be in the hardcore armor, and they're the ones that were preemptively preferentially going to be sending at enemies. But we'll just set up the basic one over here. And yeah, I guess I could go, for now, anyone who doesn't have an actual task assigned. Trindle's going to be pretty busy. We'll at least add you to the squad. But what we need to do is we need to... Oh, I don't have a Leatherworks yet, so let's go and build one. I was going to say, it's weirdly under farming, isn't it? Oh, clothing and leather. There it is. I know, I'm allowing recruits to wear shoes. I'm so generous. So leather hood. Leather dress. Leather robe. Leather mittens. Leather trousers. Cloth socks. Wooden shields. This is going to eat into our wood supply, but that's okay. Wooden shields. So as far as I know, the type of shield doesn't matter. Sometimes I think they make shield slam, but generally speaking, the material of the shield doesn't matter, and the wood is a lot lighter than metal. And we are going to want to start having steel short swords. So we're going to change all these to make no more than one per day. One round of socks and mittens and things will make a pair correctly. And keep a couple around. Yeah, I think we'll do that for all of them. I mean, I could be asking this as a one-time job, but things get worn. We might want more squads. For this, while the job will make 2, we do want to have the absolute number here. So we're going to say if it's less than 4 socks. Boom. Okay. Glass shields. Socks are amazing. I mean, we have in one of our fortresses, we had a legendary socks responsible for 40 kills. Maybe we can get something similar to happen this time. Again. Jax, smelting some ore. Elder Druid making some more coke. Yeah, we could put out some more exploratory tunnels in some of these other levels too. And what one of the things that Auto Farm will do is it will switch. After a certain number have been planted, it'll switch the designation and it'll just stack multiple things in the field. Which again, you could do this all manually. Are we out of drinks again? Jeebers. But it's very inconvenient. I'm wondering, so for brewing, if maybe we want to assign a dedicated brewer. Okay, let me add a work detail for stone carving. No. Stone crafting. Mug maker. Just wanted to make sure that we didn't end up taking it or something else, but Tasty Velociraptor. When you're not doctoring, you can be making booze. I mean, you're not doctoring right now anyway. We don't have a hospital, so we're not worried about setting up the jobs or anything like that. There you go. Let's do that. Yeah, exactly. Brewer might be too busy planting because we did set up some new crops now. Although, no, it's over here doing it anyway. But yeah, we're going to have a couple of people dedicated to brewing just to make sure it's happening regularly enough.